So if you're an NBA fan like me, you've probably heard of the NBA trade machine. It's a cool tool that lets you pretend you're the GM of your favorite team by making fake trades and telling you if it's legal or not. It'll also tell you if the trade would help one team more than the other and give you some feedback. And while this is great, I think we can do a little bit better with Gemini and MongoDB. So what I did is go ahead and build the NBA Trade Consigliere. So what the Trade Consigliere does is using playoff data from 2023-2024 season allows you to talk to an agent and run fake trades. So on the left-hand side here, you can see some demo prompts that you could use, but since I'm already a veteran of the tool, I'm going to just pretend I'm a GM and go through this entire flow of functionality. So to get my favorite team here, I'm going to go ahead and ask Gemini, who am I GMing for? So I'm going to be the Miami Heat, and my number is going to be 7. That'll make sense in a second. So what I'm going to do here is ask my agent to tell me about the Heat. And what's happening here is we're getting information from the 2023-2024 postseason about the Miami Heat from our database and getting a little bit of a report. So now I'm going to learn about the overview of the Heat, some strengths they had in the playoffs, some weaknesses, as well as their full team roster and salary. And since I got player 7, I'm going to go ahead and choose Jaime Jaquez Jr. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to prove that any combination of players and teams from that year would work in the system. So now I'm going to go ahead and say, Jaime Jaquez Jr., tell me about him. So we're going to learn now from our database, not just about the team, but the player. So it's going to go deeper into the documents and do a quick pull and see, okay, Jaime Jaquez Jr., this is his salary. Here's some stats from that postseason. And oh yeah, we're also going to run a query to see who's someone with a similar salary to him. And we get Jaden Daniels. So what's great here is we can go ahead and say Jaden Daniels for Jaime Jaquez, is it legal? So now we're getting deep in the throes of it. So what we're going to do is not just check the team data or the player data, but we're actually going to reference that against the CBA agreement, which also sits in our MongoDB database. And the reason we're able to make all these API calls and do the sophisticated query is because I built a custom MCP server that sits in the middle and lets our agent interact with it. Now, even though these two players have similar salaries, you can see that this is not a legal trade. And it's going to tell you exactly why that is from the CBA agreement, studying exact information from our database. So it's a trusted source and not just hallucinating potentially. Now, the last piece of the puzzle here is who would win this trade. So we're just going to assume it's legal. So we're going to say Jaden Daniels for Jaime Jaquez Jr., which team wins the trade? So this can sometimes take a minute because it's, not just actually pulling data, but now going to actually do some logic and reasoning. So I can show you the full example here of what that looks like. So you can see that we did a fake trade earlier, and it goes ahead and not only does pull stats, but actually tells you who it thinks won the trade, and it gives you a full reason about like what on the team makes that team, need the player. Versus what they would be losing. So reasons to and not to make the trade. And if we go back to our app now, you can see the exact same thing just happened for Jaime Jaquez and Jaden Daniels. And we can see that even though I'm a little over time, the Miami Heat might be happy to see this because they would be winning the trade. So thank you for watching this demo. I hope that you like this improved version of the trade machine and that you would consider it if you are an NBA GM.